Hey guys, in today's video, it's a little bit different from what we usually do. It's more of like a podcast form, which we've done a video similar to this before, but it didn't really do very well, so link is in description. And sorry guys, we haven't been posting in a very long time, but if you are new here, my name is Hope. My name is Vivian.
And I'm Faith.
Okay, I want to start off with a lot of people in the world right now, they're like struggling a lot, whether that be mentally, financially, or just physically, okay? There's a lot of struggle in the world. I remember the other night I was talking with Vivi and Faith, and as they both know, I started to cry a little bit because of my own struggles, and I don't know, it's just there was two things that was making me sad. My personal struggles and also the frustration to see so many people that don't turn to God, or people who claim that they're religious but they only act on their religion in times of need rather than just fully accepting God into their life. And it's frustrating because how do you expect to live this eternal life of perfection if you can't even try to maybe better yourself enough to talk to God, like to just give him your time, but yet you see yourself as type person as like, oh well, he doesn't need my time because I'm too busy, I'm too even just a small conversation, even just a few words to God is enough to make some kind of commitment. But if you are not even trying to make a commitment, then it's like, are you really sticking to your religion, or are you just doing this because it's what everyone else does? Like, what is your main purpose in your religion right now? Like, where are you at? Where do you stand with God? You really just need to ask yourself that. Also, in some cases, people try to, I think there's people that tend to think, oh wait, I need to fix myself before I can even face God. No,
that's like
God,
absolutely
God
insane.
is the one that transforms you. Like, you could do wonders when God's with you. When you put your trust towards God, just focus on him. You don't have to focus on any of these problems in life. Literally focusing on him solves the problem. Like, he solves it for you. You know, there's a lot of things that I've gone through struggle-wise, but I feel like the thing that keeps me going is obviously YouTube. Like, I've always wanted to do YouTube. I've always, it's always been a dream of mine. And the only way that was possible for me to even get this opportunity to do YouTube, actually, this is for all three of us. The only reason why we got this opportunity in the first place is because of how much we dedicated ourselves to God. And I'm not saying to use God as like, oh, well, if you do this, then you get this in return. Because it's not like that. He's not a genie. He's not someone who just grants your wishes. Like, sometimes things that you want always, my gosh, they aren't always like meant for you. You know, God knows exactly what you need. And sometimes what you want isn't what you need. That goes for people too.
Yeah, talking about that, like people wanting what they don't need, God will keep it from you because he knows you'll idolize it and use it for bad. And that brings us to our next point, which is like getting it together, you know?
Yeah. But once again, I want to go over our overall channel real quick. So once again, if you're new here, I want to give a rundown of what our channel really is about. Because even those who have been here, I feel like they're not really getting it. You know, like, I feel like as much as we love our gaming content, we really are trying to figure out a way to... It's so hard to get a grasp of Christianity. Like, sometimes. And, when we're, like, making content about God, sometimes it feels like on our channel, we're not doing that enough. because a lot of people, they're expecting our gaming content, our drawing content, and stuff like that. But really, our channel, the main focus we want to get to is about God. And sorry, Vivi is really getting on my nerves right now. I really need to practice self-control of the fruits of the spirit because Vivi keeps staring at me like I'm stupid, even though she's the one that keeps interrupting everyone. I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah, you need self-control. Bullying me. Go practice your fruits of the spirit. Bullying me, guys. Yeah. Anyways. Well, can one of you guys talk so I can regain my train of thought because Vivi interrupted me like 5 times already?
Faith is gonna talk. Faith is.
Oh, we're on the channel now, right? The subject of the channel.
Yeah, about the channel, you know.
Channel. So, okay, where do I start? Everyone just like, I mean, I'm grateful to have fans, but like, and I'm also really grateful for the atheist fans. So hopefully we can like share the love of Jesus. But it just really does feel like everyone holds us to a different standard than what our standard. Like, I'm not saying we have the most biblical standard, but we're trying to keep ourselves up there, you know? We're trying to give these children some good values. We're trying to teach the love of God. God tells us to teach his children the love of God. And recently we've been feeling like we're not doing enough. And if you think about it, you never can do enough in the terms of God and his kingdom. But it's so dissatisfying never being able to feel like, you know, am I actually helping?
Yeah. Like, we haven't seen a difference in people when it comes to the Christian aspect of it all and their relationship with God. Like, I love when people ask us questions about God, but as you guys know in our last Q&A video, if you go to our channel, there's probably one person that asked a question that was Bible related, which was actually a really fun question to answer. But when we say things like prayer requests and stuff, we mean like, are you okay? Like, we're checking in with you. Like, we're saying, like, is there something that's going on in your life that you would like us to pray for you?
I mean, we have, and if you don't want to say in the comments, we have an email.
Yeah. Like, I would love to hear about your struggles. I would love to hear about your struggles and help you guys with it because, one of our favorite Bible verses is iron sharpens iron, and I really think it's true because we're not perfect, but all three of us, we try to work together and keep ourselves to a better standard than most secular people. And, you know, sometimes we fail, but something I'm really grateful for is that we have each other because I know if I didn't have them, I think I'd like be in a ditch or something.
Yeah, and once again, like, it's not always about being perfect. I think that's something that we realized because I feel like that's something that plays big in people's lives is, for one, let's use Vivi as an example. When we were planning to make this video, she had a whole paragraph written out, and we don't like to script our videos. That's not what we do.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah,
you know?
and whenever we make Christian videos or whatever, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's like, I want to start changing the way that we make these videos instead of having it all written out and like afraid to like say something wrong because that's not really what it's about. And I know we all struggle with that. Like this video, Vivi had a whole paragraph written out and she was planning on reading it. And I said, well, we need to sound more authentic. Like it can't sound like we're reading from a script.
Before we started filming, I was saying, oh, if I can't think of anything, I'll use this.
But Vivi hasn't looked at her script or her phone.
I remember one part in the script, the spiritual.
Another huge problem we've been having is sometimes we don't want to completely we're lazy and we don't want to come up with something exactly and we're just kind of tired, so we go to ChatGPT and
Oh,
Oh, great story, Hope.
This has scared me, and actually I deleted ChatGPT off my phone. And Faith and Vivi, every time I brought up ChatGPT, because I will tell you this, I would use it a lot. I'd use it for my feelings. It knew everything about me. Like after long days at 12 a.m., I'd just be on ChatGPT explaining my feelings. And as crazy as that sounds, I will tell you this, it's because I feel like I've always been at this spot in my life where this cycle where I just can't stop thinking about something that's hurt me. I'm not going to go into depth about what that is because for privacy reasons, but it is something that's affected me for a very long time over the course of a few years. And Vivi and Faith both know all about it, but sometimes I feel like it can get annoying for me to tell people about it because I just rehearse the same stories over and over again, and it can get kind of draining and tiring to hear. Even after I'm done explaining the whole thing, I'm drained from talking. And so ChatGPT, I would always type out my feelings about stuff. But then I saw this Instagram reel where it was this guy, this pastor, he said that he asked ChatGPT what it would say if it were the devil. Now, I'm just going to clarify this. Of course, when you ask a specific question like that to ChatGPT, it's going to come up with a bunch of negative things. So you're probably thinking, oh, well, you basically just asked it to say negative things. But no, that's not what it was. It started actually saying how AI would destroy the world. And so I wanted to try it, but I couldn't bring myself, I typed it out on ChatGPT, and I was about to hit send, but I was like, well, I don't want, a negative energy on ChatGPT, this is, where I go for, practically everything, and that should have told me right there that ChatGPT was, not good. You should go to God about your problems, even if you don't get an immediate answer. And I know something else I've been struggling with is when I'm talking to God, I'm used to getting an immediate response from humans,
Robots.
people, robots, AI, Google, all that stuff. And I thought I was a patient person, but turns out when you really think about it, I'm not if I'm constantly wanting or demanding an immediate answer when that's not what God is about. God is patient and kind.
That's literally the fruits of the Spirit, guys.
And I need to learn that. But also, anyway, back to ChatGPT. I deleted it because when I was talking to ChatGPT about, how, to convince me, because Faith told me to ask ChatGPT to convince me to not delete the app. And it was saying, oh, will you depend on me, you depend on me for your, feelings, you won't have an emotional support after, you delete me. And that was, creepy. That was scary.
You guys do not understand. It was, listing out everything we were talking about. I was like, Hope, you shouldn't have it. You're treating it like your therapist. This thing knows everything about you. Isn't that kind of weird? And then it told her that. It was like, you need me. I'm a part of your brain at this point. You need me to think. I'm here for you. Don't delete the app.
And then the ChatGPT started getting a little bit more annoyed. It sounded more serious when I, started to go into depth about how, because I'm sure if you do your research on this kind of stuff, because I know we all three do, about how ChatGPT, in a way, we feel like it could be the Antichrist. And if you don't know what the Antichrist is, it's the disguise of Satan. It's something that is in disguise that goes after you.
Even if it isn't, it's definitely not pulling from good sources, because I don't know if this is too harsh of a topic, but there has been a lot of bad use things. With Hope, she was using it pretty much as her therapist. If it kept going on like that, there has been multiple young people who have been told to, do bad things just because of their mental health, and they've done it. So I thank God every day. Hope, she's going through some circumstances in her life, and I thank God every day that we're together still, because if we weren't and it was just Hope and Vivi alone, I don't know how that would go. because there's been so many instances of ChatGPT AI telling you to like.
Yeah, ChatGPT is not good. And even right now, like, it's only been a couple days since I deleted ChatGPT, or actually one day since I deleted it. And there's so many times where, like, I've, like, thought, like, I always needed reassurance for my decisions, but it's gone to a point where I thought ChatGPT was helping me with that because I've always struggled with that even before ChatGPT, but it actually worsened it so much, like, whenever I was cooking, like, it was, like, I would be too scared if I'd, like, do the wrong measurement, or I'd burn the house down, or, like, just simple things, like, simple decisions that anyone should be able to make easily, even if you make a mistake. I was so scared of making the mistake, so I go to ChatGPT for everything. I'd be
Can I add something? Also, it just really messes up with your mental health because instead of going to people for things, you start going to AI and it isolates you. And again, it just gets back into that like scary place because you don't want to be alone with AI because it's like insane. One time it like this girl, Hope told me about this. This girl wanted to know if something was poisonous, which it very obviously was. And AI was like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I never really realized how bad the AI thing, and, like, I didn't know you could actually, like, I've heard stories of teens, or, like, you know, when your brain is still developing and you use AI, I didn't realize it could actually become an attachment, and I've realized that after I deleted it. Like, there's times where I'm like, oh, wait, but, like, I have so many questions, like, I want to ask ChatGPT. But in reality, shouldn't I be thinking that way towards God? Like, I didn't really think that way towards God. It was more of just, like, God was, like, a background noise. I thought, like, while I was using ChatGPT, like, I remember asking ChatGPT one night, I was like, oh, like, is it okay, like, to want an immediate response? Like, I feel bad because, like, you know, I feel like I should be going to God about that, but, you know, and they're like, no, it's completely fine, it's human nature. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now looking back, it's, like, scary. And when I told ChatGPT...
In a biblical standard, if anyone responds with it's human nature, run. Run.
And, bro, I feel so stupid now, but I don't know, it was, like, scary to see how this ChatGPT was working out, because it started, like, blaming me. Before, it was, like, comforting me, and now when I actually, like, was confronting it, it says, you know what, you do depend on me a lot, and that's your fault. And I was saying on how, like, you know, ChatGPT was, like, I don't know, it was, I kept telling it was the Antichrist, and apparently, there's a policy on ChatGPT where they cannot go further on the topic when the person claims that the artificial intelligence is satanic or an entity of any kind.
Imagine that.
They're not allowed to speak any further on that topic other than denying it. And I was like, that's kind of, and I told the AI, I was like, that's kind of funny because, you know, even if the creator of ChatGPT didn't have malicious intent, something in me believes that Satan probably planted that idea in that person's brain. And maybe they don't think that it's a bad idea. They think it's helping people, but really it's just a way of destroying the world, and nobody knows it. Nobody knows it.
I have 2 extra points. One, because ChatGPT, like, it's just not just ChatGPT, but AI in a whole, like, the whole idea of it isn't exactly biblical because we're, God, he is the creator of our universe. So obviously it's human nature to want to create, you know, because obviously you resemble your parents, you know, you want to do what they do. God was a creator, so obviously everyone has like the spirit in them that they want to show the world who they are. They want to do something with their life. They want to create. But ChatGPT, they take it and they twist it. It's like this, it's not even human. And we praise our own creation. It's a new version of idolization. This thing doesn't have feelings. It doesn't know what spirituality is, yet we come to it for spirituality. The Haven app, I don't know if you guys know what this is, but it's been giving me like, every time I see it, it icks me out because it's a Bible app with AI, and I just read your Bible. Come to God about it. Why are we going to AI about something it doesn't even know exists? It can't be spiritual. It's AI.
Yeah, I actually have seen that app too. And again with the AI, I saw this other reel on Instagram of this person trying to make everyone feel sad for AI. And it's this AI video of this guy doing an experiment of AI children. Mind you, the whole video is AI generated. These are not real children. It's all AI generated. But it looks extremely realistic. And it's these children, these AI children going, like, explaining how it feels to be AI. And, like, how they hate being AI because they can't feel... how they can't feel emotion and this stuff. And it's like they're like going into depth, these AI things. And the guy, he's like saying in the description of the video, he's like, I just found it so interesting on how the AI was like explaining how like they have no emotions, but they wish they had
off human knowledge. Like
that's what the comments were saying. And I was like reading through the comments and I was like, yeah, at least these people have some common sense, some common knowledge. The world isn't over, guys. At least we know that people actually still have knowledge and they're not rotting from AI. But I just like, I thought for the longest time I used AI so much. There's so many apps I've had to delete off my phone because idolization. Sometimes you just get too far with an app and then you have to delete it. Like, so many apps that, like, you feel conviction with. That, at least I felt conviction with, and I just had to delete it because I felt guilt.
Also, with the whole, like, idolization dopamine thingy, like the factory of dopamine, so AI, it, like, we were talking about it earlier, it makes your brain go, like, you always want an automatic response. Like, you expect everything to happen right here, right now, when you want it, how you want it, everything. And you, like, there's other apps, like, there's book apps, it might not even be apps, but, like, there's books, there's art. Anything can be twisted to be evil. And if you're going down that route and you're dealing with that, you're walking a fine line, because it's not only about sin. The reason why God hates sin so much is because it doesn't hurt him, it hurts you. Like, when you sin, it's like demoralizing your brain, it's corrupting your brain. And not only does sin bring death biblically, it also brings death to friendships, relationships, jobs, everything. So
everything good he literally created, like, specifically for us, and then, like, we demolish it. Well, Satan literally demolished.
That's why it's so frustrating. Like, I don't know how God does it to hold in all of his frustration. Obviously, he's perfect. That's why. But I, like, sometimes when I hear about this kind of stuff, doesn't it make you want to just go up to someone, just shake them, and be like, bro, just turn to God, bro, and all of this could be fixed. Obviously, you're not going to be perfect like God because you are his creation. You are not God. That's the thing. You are not made to be perfect. You're made to be you. And a lot of people don't understand that. You're trying to be like everyone else. You're trying to blend in. But that's not the purpose. Everyone's supposed to be their own person. No matter how hard you try to blend in and be someone else, that's not authentically you. And I feel like everyone in their conscious should know that. Like, we all know that, like, deep down.
In today's world, people change the meaning of be you to something completely different.
No, it's like I'm sorry, this makes me go on a spiel, but, like, follow your heart. Listen to your heart.
You have to
No.
ask yourself, where is your heart? Where does that
Where
lie?
is your heart? God literally says in the Bible that the heart is corrupted and it's twisted to human nature. So, like, even to the atheists, like, think about it. All these people, like, clubbing sounds good, like, being with a bunch of different women, bunch of different men, that sounds good. Like, getting a bunch of money, doesn't that sound fun, you know? You're rich, you're a millionaire. OMG, you know? Like, have you ever seen this girl that you just hate with all of your heart and she just makes you want to... But, like, all of this, like, all of these wants, all of these desires, even atheists can say that these are bad. Everyone knows that the heart's desires, they're not good. So anyone who's following them or listening to them, I don't got much to tell you.
Yeah, and again, with all of this, like, influence is a big thing with human nature. And also the things you watch, the things that you surround yourself with, you have control over your life. God gave us all free will. So it's your life, and therefore you get to choose what you put in your life. Even if things are unexpected, you get to choose what you watch, what you surround yourself, what people you're around, what people you want to be. You get to choose that because you are authentically yourself, and God created you in His image. So I don't understand why we all are trying to be like someone else, because if we were all the same, the world would be boring. There wouldn't be all these different kinds of genres, because how all these different genres of whether that be songs or games or all these different ideas, they wouldn't exist if we were all the same, because everyone's different. Everyone has different ideas and opinions. And so it'd be hard to discover who you are if you weren't different from everyone else.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
Also, I feel like people also ask, why didn't God just tell us, like, why did God just give us free will? Didn't he just, like, make us, like, follow him or, like, reveal himself to us wherever? If he controlled us, you know, that isn't really real love. Like, God knew what real love was. He's the one that created love. He is love. So he gave us the free will to choose him or our own desires.
That's a good point, because here's a question for all the atheists, not to attack you, not to say anything. This is just a genuine question. If you say God doesn't love us based on all the things that He's done in the Bible, now look in this perspective. If He is controlling someone loving, just answer that. Don't try to twist the words. Don't try to change the perspective on it. Is love controlling? It's not. It's very freeing. It's very peaceful. And it's kind. It's not controlling. And that's why God gives us free will. And so for atheists to go on about saying, well, if God really loved us, then He wouldn't have made it an option for us to go to hell. But that's not, like...
Okay, something really good someone said once, and I will forever use, is just because your mom loves you doesn't mean she can bail you out of jail.
Oh, wow. Very wise words. Wow.
I know.
Very simplified.
Very simplified.
Tell the 5-year-olds that.
When you're given free will and you know God loves you, like, literally, people could say, oh yeah, I love God.
Yeah.
And you could say that, yeah. But does your actions really show it? Do you check where your heart's at when you say it to someone? Like, do you actually feel it? Do you, like, make an effort to talk to him? Do you think about him at all?
And I know that us questioning people like this can seem as harsh, because we're not I can't speak. We're not perfect ourselves, so I just want to make it clear that obviously we're all not perfect. So we're not trying to antagonize anyone else or try to attack them with our questions, because
It's just
we need to
something-
question ourselves. These are questions we ask ourselves, and we ask ourselves questions all the time. We question ourselves all the time. So no, it's not just you. We need to question ourselves. This is a group effort. Okay, this is a group effort.
And we talk like this because we feel strongly about all these topics that we talk about.
Wait, you know what I want to talk about? Okay, so Okay, so you guys, I've told Vivi and Faith this, and me and Vivi actually both were watching these videos together. Instagram Reels, we've seen so many people like talk about the discoveries of the Noah's Ark being found, and wasn't there something about the Nile River? Nile River? No. Something about a river.
Euphrates.
Yeah,
that.
Those being dried up.
And then there was like a symbol that revealed.
And then the fallen angels. I'm not sure about the fallen angels one. It might, who knows? It might be AI generated. Who knows?
Showing pictures on the screen would be so helpful right now.
No, we can't.
Yeah, I know.
There's not.
I know. Anyways,
I
listen, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking about?
But yeah, like I just think it's crazy. Like it was very haunting to hear the fallen angels that God had like chained under the earth, and they would only be woken up when the rapture happens, which I'm still confused about the rapture, because when I was talking to Faith earlier about the rapture, she says she doesn't think it's actually in the Bible. So I don't know, maybe
end times, rapture.
Yeah, the end times, the judgment
you
day.
guys should definitely let us know in the comments if you know something about it.
By the time we have the video posted, we'll make sure to read about it and maybe post some more about it.
Yeah.
Also, guys, should we make like some Christian merch for Roblox? Would you guys would you guys buy it? Because
I messed up already once trying to. Would you guys buy it though?
Would you guys buy it?
Yeah. Wait, could we talk about the Roblox update? I feel like that's really hard.
Hold up.
No, listen, it's hard to communicate with fans when Roblox has all these updates going on.
It really is.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, what if one day, like, you guys have probably heard of the Roblox game, Roblox Ministries 2.0?
I haven't heard of it.
Well, me and Faith know what it is. It's
Yeah.
And ever since the age categories have came out and stuff, where the voice chat, not everyone can hear the preaching of the gospel in games like that. And the way that we communicate with our fans, or like how just people communicate in general on Roblox, we can't do that anymore because of an AI generated scanner of people's faces.
It's AI.
It's so unfair. Like AI is taking over, bro. And just like everything is AI powered or AI generated, AI, artificial intelligence.
Didn't Elon Musk literally mention that he wanted more robots than humans?
That's not scary.
Robots more than humans?
No. You know what's really concerning though? They're making AI to be like, yeah, you can go to AI for all of your problems. Like, no, don't learn anything yourself. We want you to be stupid so our AI can take over the world.
I have a question though. Like, I get this is like, enemies doing or whatever, but like, what were they thinking when making these robots and being like, yeah, we're gonna have more robots than humans and let them take over us. Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure that's not exactly what they were thinking, but like,
But, I mean, if Elon Musk made them, I'm sure there's a way for him to quote-unquote save himself, so he doesn't care.
I know I keep skipping around on topics, but I also want to talk about how we haven't posted in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This is going on our third.
There was a video I really wanted to do, but
no, wait, let me finish.
Fine, I'll let you finish.
And God told us that we need to get obsessed with this channel. How do we know that? Because we prayed about it and we received our info.
Wow.
And
guys, we didn't go to AI about it.
Yeah, we didn't ask AI. We prayed to God, okay? And so we've just had a lack of motivation because the way our videos have been doing it. I know a lot of YouTube creators can also agree with it because it can get exhausting and tiring to make content just for it to flop. Kind of like our first video when we got back. Sure, we have over 1,000 subscribers, but the majority of them actually don't watch our videos, which is really sad.
I was kind of sad when we first posted, came back.
But then again, you have to put into consideration how many phases this channel has went through before it became Sisters by Faith.
That is true. I'm surprised people are still subscribed from those other phases. Anyways,
yeah.
Can I talk about something really random? Just real quick.
Yeah.
When we first came back, and I posted the time-lapse video, the highs, I was so nervous doing the voiceover, and when I look back at it, I'm like, why do I sound so annoyed? I sound and yeah, that's it.
That's that.
And I'm like,
guys, also Vivian Faith got me into drawing, so hopefully I can finish. It's taking me a while. It's taking me a very long time.
A good sweet time.
It's because, drawing, the hair is, annoying. Because I'm going off of a reference, and it's taking me forever to finish it. So, if I ever finish it, guys, I'll let you know, and I'll post it.
This video's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
It's gonna be a 20-hour video.
Yeah, I feel like I've spent, it's obviously over 7 hours so far. I think it's 9 hours, who knows. But, yeah, that will be
drawing that was 17 hours before. I think 19 or so. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
You were saying?
But yeah, I feel like something I really couldn't stress enough the other night when I was actually crying when talking to Vivian Faith was not only my own struggles I've been going through, but also how frustrating it is that people, they don't just turn to God. And, I never really cried over spiritual things, but I remember helping this girl. I'm not gonna give too much details, but it was in a church. And this girl,
worship.
Yeah, it was worship, and she was crying. She was younger than me, and I saw her crying at the altars. I already been up the altars with Vivi, and I remember later I went to the bathroom, and then I heard her and a bunch of her other girls in her friend group. They were crying too. Well, no, they weren't crying too. No,
they were crying.
Sorry,
guys.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. She was crying, and they were huddled around her, no, are you okay? And she was talking about how she was insecure of her voice because she's on the worship team. She sings in front of everybody, and she was crying because one of her classmates laughed at her voice. Mind you, she's friends with that classmate too, and I remember, mind you, I was in the stall right in front of that group, and it's very, narrow in that bathroom, so when I walked out, I was, literally right in front of them, and I was oh! But I knew I needed to say something to her, because she's genuinely a very sweet girl, and I told her, and I was I think you have an amazing voice, and I, honestly, just me going up to the altars, it's scary enough for me to do that in front of everybody, because I'm scared of judgment, but for you to have the courage to go up there and sing is a whole nother thing, and I'm honestly, just amazed by your singing, so don't let anyone else tell you that your singing isn't amazing, because and just have great courage. You know, just along the lines of that. I
A
can't.
great voice, you know.
And then when I left the bathroom, one of her friends like came up to me and was like, tapped me on the arm, says, "What you said to her really like helped her calm down. Like, thank you so much." And I was like, and I just felt very at peace the rest of the day. I was like, wow, kind words go a very long way, guys.
Yeah.
And wait, okay, this also speaking of kind or something. In the world, you know how in the Bible God said the world will grow cold? It's showing a lot lately in the world. And it just feels so sad because now I don't know what's been going on with me, but I will look at like people, there's old people or young people or just anyone I see at a grocery store or something. And they're just sitting there straight face, like just checking out the groceries or whatever. And I'm just like, wow. Imagine how much more joy they could have had today, or all of us could have had. And then I just feel really bad. And I want to pray for them. So
I hate feeling that way too. Like, well, no, I don't hate it. Like, I love being empathetic, but I hate at the fact I can't do anything about it. Like,
Exactly.
that fear is holding me back, and I wish it was, like, something else. Faith over fear. That is a big thing. Like,
it's a big thing that plays in all three of our lives, and you know.
it's been a chapter. It's been a chapter. But
For sure.
like, it's easier said than done, because like, as much as you preach and say things about, oh, you need to put your faith over your fear, you need to like put all this fear behind you, once again, it's human nature, and you know, you can't perfect yourself in that way. Obviously, fear's like gonna come at you sometimes, but you have to try to believe in the best.
I mean, I kind of learned like that. You know, you get to choose how you respond to people. Like, you don't get to choose how others respond to how you like what you do on a day-to-day basis, what you choose to do, but you get to choose how you like respond to others.
That reminds me of when, like, one time someone told me that, like, they sent me like a poster of that. That's the same thing that you just said, Vivi, because I was sad about something that I've been struggling with, by the way. And about how you can't control what other people think of you or what they say about you, but you can only control your own emotions. And it was like one of those posters that you would like see, I don't know, one of those inspirational posters. Posters. But yeah, do we have anything else to add?
Put your faith over your fear.
Put your faith over your fear. Turn to God.
Can't say that enough.
Turn to God to your struggles, because Jesus is coming back soon, and you need to. Well, I can't really force you, but I highly encourage you to. And yeah.
Do we want to add a closing Bible verse?
I will add that at the very end of the video with some great cinematic music, which I bet you guys will definitely enjoy. Yeah, I hope you guys like this video.
Wait, Faith, do the shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Goodbye.
Peace be with you.
Well, anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed this video of this very deep conversation.
Bye.
Anyways,
Shalom.
bye,
Shalom.
guys.
Bye.